listening to Cool FM. Cool FM is a TVH Group of Networks radio station. Sondo's greatest hits are here. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is Cool News Primetime.
Good evening and welcome to koolNews Primetime. I'm Carl. Executive Secretary Lucas Persamin ordered the Department of Foreign Affairs and the Department of Justice to cancel the passports of Embara Baba Mayor Alice Guo and her family. In the memorandum signed by Persamin on Tuesday, the Executive Secretary cited reports of Guo fleeing the country using her Philippine passport to Malaysia and then meeting her family in Singapore before traveling to Indonesia. Besides Alice Guo's passport, Persamin also ordered the cancellation of Wesley Laguo, Sheila Laguo, and Cassandra Ong's passports. Given the foregoing and in the interest of justice, this office hereby directs that appropriate action be taken for the cancellation of the Philippine passports of Guo, her family, and Ong, the order read. The Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, or PhilHealth, will assess the possible removal of a policy prohibiting readmissions under one case benefit among its members. PhilHealth President and Chief Executive Officer Emmanuel Ledesma Jr. referred to the single period of confinement policy as he spoke on Tuesday before the Senate panel on health and demography chaired by Senator Christopher Go. It's been so long, we are going to thoroughly study the revision and possible removal of policy of the single period of confinement, so rest assured, Paul, we shall do it immediately, said Ledesma. According to the PhilHealth circular, case rates are subjected to the rule of single period of confinement. It states that admissions and readmissions due to the same illness or procedure within a 90 calendar day period shall only be compensated with one case rate benefit. Co questioned the policy and how it has not changed. How it has not been changed for the past years. According to Ledesma, the policy was implemented in 2013. If you're bleeding now and this recurs in 2 weeks, you can't have the same confinement? Go ask. You didn't look into this, you didn't change it? He added. The following are the only case rates exempted from the single period of confinement rule: blood transfusion outpatient, brachytherapy, cataract surgery, subject to provisions, chemotherapy, dialysis other than hemodialysis, radiotherapy, simple debridement, and asthma in acute extravagation. There seems to be a flaw at the circular, so like I said, rest assured we will look into it immediately, study truly, Ledesma noted. Go called on the removal of the single confinement policy, arguing that people will never know when they will get sick. The poor eat anywhere and they are very prone to sickness, so this single confinement policy must be removed. We will never know when we will get sick, he said. As soon as we review this and there's a single change in the period of confinement, I will personally inform you so you will at least know that we fulfill our promise. Rest assured, Ledesma told Go. The Department of the Finance previously ordered the transfer of 89.9 billion pesos unused subsidy of PhilHealth to the National Treasury to fund on-program appropriations. This sparked controversy among health groups and activists, raising concerns that it violated the Republic Act No. 11223 or the Universal Health Care Act of 2019. Section 11 of the law states that no portion of the reserve fund or income thereof shall accrue to the general fund of the national government or to any of its agencies or instrumentalities, including government-owned or controlled corporations. PhilHealth has already returned the 20 billion pesos to the general fund in May, while the rest of the tranches will be given on Wednesday, August 31, October 16, and May 26, 2025. Vice President Sara Duterte claimed on Tuesday that her possible impeachment is openly discussed in the House of Representatives. They're talking about it. Even if they deny it, the members of the House are talking about it, Duterte said in an interview in the Senate when asked about the alleged brewing impeachment against her. Because we still have friends inside who are not just talking because they are afraid. They said it's openly discussed, the impeachment, she added. Duterte reiterated she already expected this playbook by those who want to bring down her family. She then noted the investigations in the House targeting her father, her former President Rodrigo Duterte, her brother, Davao City 1st District Representative Apollo Duterte, and even her husband, Juan Carpio. They want to protect the family as corrupt, as criminals, as worthless, and all because we are a threat to the perpetuation in power of people who are interested to become Prime Minister if their proposed Chacha succeeds, or President if their Chacha fails, Duterte said. But the Vice President says she is not bothered by all these impeachment talks as she expressed readiness to lose her post anytime. No, I am not at all bothered, she said. I am bothered. Um, what bothers me is that they want to frustrate the choice of the people for vice president, all because of power and politics. From the start, Duterte said she didn't want to run for either president or vice president, as she just wanted to finish her 3 terms as mayor of Davao City. She said only decided to run for the second top post on the platform of unity and continuity to continue the big ticket projects of her father. But these projects are now unappropriated, the vice president lamented. So if they remove me or impeach me, the position of vice president isn't a loss for me, she stressed. In the same interview, Duterte reiterated she has no plans of running for president in 2028. It's difficult to answer about 2028. Imagine if I were to fall down the stairs and die tomorrow. What a waste of preparation for something as far off as 2028, she said. Planning for 2028 should start in 2027 and the fourth quarter of 2026, Duterte added. Since Maman is here, do you have anything for Maman here?
Wala.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so let's continue with our usual headlines. A heated exchange between Senator Risa Hontiveros and Vice President Sara Duterte during the Senate Committee on Finance deliberation on the proposed 2025 budget of Duterte's office after the Vice President accused the lawmaker of politicizing government funds during the Tuesday hearing. Duterte's accusations followed Hontiveros' queries regarding the Vice President's proposed 2.037 billion pesos funding for next year. Hontiveros specifically asked about the book that the Office of the Vice President OVP is eyeing to distribute in remote areas titled Isang Kabigan, a children's book authored by Duterte herself. For 2025, one of the OVP's program is Papabago Campaign, a million learners entries, involves the provision of bags to 1 million learners in remote communities while initiating pre-planning activities. This gets an appropriation of 100 million pesos. Part of this campaign is an allocation of 10 million pesos for the distribution of Isang Kaibigan books, a children's book authored by the Vice President, said Hontiveros. The opposition senator proceeded to request additional information about the book. Duterte, however, opted to raise a different matter, accusing Hontiveros of politicizing the budget. This is another example of politicizing the budget of the government. Ito pong sinabi ni Senator Risa Hontiveros na at a proper time she will launch a motion to make the requested budget of the OVP to the other agencies, said Duterte, veering away from the question raised by Hontiveros. Let me just quote Senator Risa Hontiveros during the Kabayan Congress. Alam ko po na ang daming kalat ni Duterte na ang hirap na hirap tayo ilisin. Ang kadiliman noon panahon nila ay tawagan naman na note sa itang lipunan na napakahirap takalin. At habang ang anak nila ay may kapangyarihan pa, hindi magiging madali ang ating laban. Sa Duterte quoting Hontiveros referring to the Vice President's father, former President Rodrigo Duterte. While Vice President Sara is in the power, the threat of a full-blown Duterte comeback is still a very real and present danger. For one, they are supported by one major superpower, China, the country's second top official proceeded. Hontiveros, for her part, was surprised that Duterte brought up a different matter at the hearing, but in the end, she just repeated the question she initially race for Duterte. Ang tanong ko po ay ilang mga libro ng isang kabigan ay bilihin at dili at i-distribute at ano, if the VP could tell us more about the contents ng librong ito, said Hontiveros. To which Duterte answered, the book is not for sale. We only pay for the publication of the book. We will send Senator Hontiveros a copy so that she will know the contents of the book. Hontiveros, not letting go of the topic, maintained that the question was not for her alone. And there's a lot here. Duterte, however, brought up once again her earlier accusation that Hontiveros' questioning is only a part of a ruse to politicalize the budget hearing. Duterte noted that she would send everyone a copy of the book by August 21. These are the era of Hontiveros, who called out the vice president's attitude. Duterte, for her part, answered that she also does not understand Hontiveros' behavior and attitude. She then proceeded to recall that Hontiveros in 2016 repeatedly asked for help in winning her senator bid. According to Duterte, she was hesitant to help Hontiveros at first because she was well aware that the senator would not support her father. The vice president said she eventually gave in and helped Hontiveros gain votes after the latter asked for her favor numerous times. At this point, Senator Crispo, who has the Chambers panel on finance, interjected. With due respect to our resource person and also our colleague, I think this doesn't really. I understand there's history among all of us here, but I think that we should really stick to the public hearing, said Paul. After making her point, Paul proceeded to raise the same question earlier raised by Hontiveros. What was the book about? Duterte answered that it's about friendship. Before letting go of the topic, Hontiveros said the vice president should just have answered that a while ago without resorting to bring up unrelated matters to the budget hearing. A few minutes after the heated exchange, Senator Amy Marcos, who noted that no one wanted to raise queries anymore, moved for the committee approval of the OVP's proposed funding. Senator Bato de la Rosa seconded the motion. With this, the OVP's proposed budget for 2024 was deemed immediately referred to the Senate plenary. I think 2025 right now. It is now 9:12 in the evening, and koolNews Primetime will be right back. Welcome back to koolNews Primetime. Let's continue now. A magnitude 4.2 earthquake struck a town in Surigao del Sur on Tuesday afternoon, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology Philfox reported. According to Philfox, the quake was located east of Marihatak and struck at 5:50 p.m. It was tectonic in origin and had a depth of 24 kilometers. Intensity 1 and instrumental intensity 2 were felt in Tongag City, Surigao del Sur. No aftershocks and damages are expected, Philfox added. However, Philfox recorded earthquakes of 4.9 magnitude and 4.2 magnitude that occurred at 3:42 a.m. and 5:59 a.m. respectively near Linggig town in Surigao del Sur on Tuesday. The three tremors were aftershocks of the magnitude 6.8 earthquake that struck Surigao del Sur on August 3. Seven key members of the political parties within the Alianza para sa Bongo Pilipinas are being eyed as possible candidates for the administration's Senate slate for 2025, Camarines 2nd District Representative Alray Villaforde said on Tuesday. During a phone interview with reporters covering the House of Representatives, Villaforde said they have not yet finalized the list of possible candidates, but the following may be part of the administration's Magic 12. So here are the list. Former Senate President Vicente Tito Soto III, part of Nationalist People's Coalition; Deputy Speaker Camille Villar, part of Nationalista Party; Senator Ramon Bong Revilla, part of Lakas CMD; Senator Amy Marcos, part of Nationalista Party; Senator Pia Catiano, part of Nationalista Party; Interior Secretary Benjamin Abalos Jr., part of Partido Federal ng Pilipinas; and Senator Francis Tolentino, part of Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. While the president of the Nationalist People's Coalition, Tito Soto, so most probably he is part of the slate because he heads the party. Camille Villar is a high-ranking official of the Nationalista Party. Then, of course, Bong Revilla is a high official of Lakas CMD, and he's running for re-election, so these are the common names talked about, Villaforde said of the meeting of party leaders in Malacanan on Monday night. While Senator Pia Catiano is a member of the Nationalista Party, then I understand that Senator Francis Latino, who is a new member of the Partido Federal, is running for re-election. While of course member Secretary Benjar Abalos is also a member of the PFP, if he decides to run, he can be considered because he's part of the President's cabinet. At the same time, I think he's considering to run. But we cannot preempt that until he decides to run, he added. Villaforde, who heads the National Unity Party, said there is no fixed list yet, adding that the coalition aims to announce the list by September 15 or the third week of September. But other than that, I don't want to preempt because I think they're planning to announce the common senator lineup either September 15 or the third week of September, he said. So far, we have not talked about guest candidates. What we talked about last night is that we were open, that has to be submitted to the alliance members for consideration. Everybody has to agree, so it's not only one or two parties, all members of the alliance, he added. Earlier, Speaker for the Martin Romualdez, who heads Lakas CMD, confirmed that party leaders met on Monday night in Malacanan to discuss the strategy for the 2025 midterm elections. According to Romualdez, the meeting is also the declaration of our shared commitment to the Filipino people. Lakas CMD, the Nationalist People's Coalition, the Nationalista Party, and Villaforte's NUP separately signed an agreement to align with the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, the party of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. It appears that with the coalition forming a strategy, the unity catchphrase of the administration is still in play, despite concerns that it may have already started weakening. The term unity was the central theme of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s campaign, which also featured the president's running mate, Vice President Sara Duterte. Marcos' campaign focused on the belief that unity will help the country recover from the different crises like the COVID-19 pandemic. However, there are beliefs that unity has been dissolved already, with Vice President Duterte leaving the Marcos cabinet and taking on a more critical stance towards the administration. Give me one moment. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has the last word on any legal action of West Philippine Sea issues, Solicitor General Bernardo Guerrava said on Tuesday. Guerrava issued this statement after National Maritime Council spokesperson Alexander Lopez Baird that the government is looking into filing another case against China after its recent aggression at Escoda Shoal in the West Philippine Sea. Any legal action that the Philippines may take in connection with maritime issues in the West Philippine Sea will have to be deliberated upon by the National Maritime Council. In any event, the last word will always come from the President, Guerrava said. Presidential Assistant on Maritime Concerns Andres Santino said the addition of new members to the NMC, including the Solicitor General, already signifies the Philippine government's intent to consider filing a case. The Philippine Coast Guard on Monday conducted a regular and routine logistics mission in the West Philippine Sea. However, Chinese Coast Guard vessels rammed two PCG vessels within the vicinity of Escoda Shoal. China claimed the PCG vessels deliberately collided with a CCG vessel. Give me one moment again. And let us crack the door open. Let us do what is right, not just for the individuals trapped in harmful marriages, but for the future of our nations. These were the words used by Opposition Senator Risa Hontiveros when she aired her sentiments about the dissolution of marriage in the Philippines. In a privileged speech delivered during the Chamber's Tuesday plenary session, Hontiveros said there is a need to pass a law expediting the grounds for dissolution of marriage in the country, noting that it is an issue that strikes at the very heart of the society. Our country, renowned for its deep-seated values of family, love, and compassion, paradoxically stands as one of the last nations on earth that denies its citizens the legal recourse to dissolve a marriage that has become a source of anguish and despair. While we pride ourselves on being a bastion of faith and tradition, we must also recognize that our laws must evolve to reflect the realities faced by our people, said Hontiveros. The senator said she is among those Filipinos who believe that marriage is sacred, but she noted that her personal experience and belief does not render her blind to the reality that not all marriages are happy. The absence of a law allowing the dissolution of marriage is not merely a legal oversight, it is a moral failing. It is a failure to protect our citizens, particularly women and children, who are often the most vulnerable in dysfunctional marriages. It is a failure to provide an avenue for healing, for the restoration of dignity, and for the pursuit of true happiness, Hontiveros emphasized. In her speech, Hontiveros addressed the critics of a bill on dissolution of marriage as well as those who are claiming that such a law would only weaken the institution of marriage. The opposition senator said this inaction might also affect the next generation. Ending her speech, Hontiveros urged her fellow lawmakers to not turn a blind eye to the ills that affect Filipinos. She said she is open to discussing such in the Chamber's plenary. Instead, let us be the one who had the courage to bring about meaningful change, who recognize that true compassion lies in giving our people the freedom to choose a life of dignity, peace, and happiness, she said. What I ask is only that we take one step forward. Let us crack the door open. Let us do what is right, not just for the individuals trapped in harmful marriages, but for the future of our nation. Let us pass this law, and in doing so, reaffirm our commitment to justice, to human dignity, and to the well-being of every Filipino, she concluded. And now let's get into the showbiz entertainment happenings now. Fashion icon Evangelista recently adorned her Pat Aspin or Asong Pinoy, a diamond-encrusted neck piece from a luxury brand worth 11 million pesos, a move that some followers claim sent an insensitive and tone-deaf message to the public. In an Instagram live over the weekend, Evangelista addressed the criticism and defended herself by saying that as owner of the necklace, she could do anything with it, even if it's her dog Panda that wears it. I own the necklace, you know. I can do whatever I want, then pull it out. Basically, Panda owns the necklace. So hindi siya law, it's not the law. So she can do whatever she wants with it, stressed the actress. Panda's viral photo inspired an online trend with pet owners dressing their dogs and cats with expensive jewelry with the hashtag #HeartMadeMeDoIt. However, most netizens took to social media, specifically X, formerly Twitter, to call out the Kapuso actress over her actions, which they deemed to be a form of disrespect towards some artists' craftsmanship and showcasing an out-of-touch attitude considering her and her husband's social position. Senate President Chis Escudero, Evangelista's husband, used to be a congressman, the governor of Sorsogon, which serves as his family's political bulwark. On the other hand, Evangelista now serves as the president of the Esposas of the Philippines Incorporated, a non-profit organization composed of senators' esposas which engage in charitable works and other social civic activities. Other incidents also claim Evangelista was seemingly throwing shade at 2015 Miss Universe Pia Birch, who was recently announced as the new ambassador of the necklace brand and who was also seen wearing the same jewelry piece. Evangelista and Birch are reportedly engaged in a cold war after the latter hired the former Performance Club team, which the latter allegedly stacked. Evangelista was also in recent weeks accused certain individuals of stealing her Fashion Week contacts. Evangelista's fan meanwhile came to her defense, saying the actress has been known as a Fernum who splurges on her plant animals by dressing them up with luxurious accessories and clothes. And that's the koolNews Primetime for tonight. As always, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And we will see you tomorrow for more news headlines with koolNews at noon or koolNews at 4 p.m. Good night.